inspirational. Turn your radios. Sit back, relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the Four Corner Show. You gotta sit back, relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the Four Corner Show. If you want that grounding inspirational, then turn your radio to the Four Corner Show. Hot and spicy topics come and enjoy the show. So let's get personal on the Four Corner Show. Relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the Four Corner Show. You gotta sit back, relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the Four Corner Show. If you want that inspirational, then turn your radios.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
hello, hello.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Doing well, doing well.
Doing well.
Good to hear. Welcome, everyone. You are tuning in to Four Corners with Pepper Thomas, along with Mark A. Walker and Michael Upshaw. Does it feel like a Tuesday?
It does not to me.
No, it doesn't.
What does it feel like to you?
It feels like a Thursday going into a Friday or something. Feels like it's later
Yeah.
in the week right now.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, for me too. It doesn't feel like it's the beginning of the week. It's like we should be coasting into Saturday. You know, that would be
Yeah.
great. But yes, if you are joining us and let me see who is joining us. If you are joining us and you are on Facebook, yeah, y'all are on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, if you could please go over to our YouTube channel, which is on YouTube. It is it is Four Corners. I got too much going on right now. I got too much going on. It is Four Corners with the four, the number Four Corners with Pepper Thomas, and subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you subscribe, of course, so we can get up those subscriptions. And it is free. So, hey, use all your email addresses. Tell your mama, your daddy, welcome to strangers like I do, and say, hey, give me your phone. Subscribe.
That's right.
I do.
Yeah.
Mark is looking at me like, really? Okay, that's kind of scary.
No. I'm just, hey, I'm paying attention. I'm being engaged in the conversation. That's what we do here.
Not just. So we welcome you. Thank you for joining us. We do this twice a month on Tuesdays. And today we're excited. As always, how was your weekend, Michael?
My weekend was very good. Sang 2 services up at 4:00 in the morning, 6:30 service, 9:45 service. It was a blessed day.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. And Mark A. Walker?
It was wonderful. It started early in the middle of the week. I worked all weekend, and I want to thank you both for sending the happy birthday wishes to me as I turned 58 on Wednesday, March the 26th.
Oh,
And
wow.
thank you for the love y'all showed me. Thank y'all. I made it. Yeah. No, thank you. I worked on my birthday, of course. Raleigh, North Carolina. Cary, North Carolina with Will Downing on the 26th and the 27th. Came home, kind of had a day off, and rehearsal on Saturday and church on Sunday. It was a wonderful weekend. I must say it was a great weekend.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you had a great birthday party.
Yeah.
You only turned 58
Not really a party, but thank you.
Yeah.
You have any cake or?
You know what? The guys did get me before we did the last song on the night of my birthday. They came out with a small mini cake. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of cake was it?
It was chocolate with a lot of vanilla ice. An unfriendly diabetic cake. Matter of fact, some people probably consider that poison. It was so sweet, but it was good. I took off the majority of the icing, but it was wonderful.
Nice.
I don't know where they got it from. But thank y'all. Thank you for the love.
You're welcome. Yeah, 58.
Now, what did you do this weekend, Miss Pepper? Because
Ooh,
travel somewhere, Italy or Canada or Mexico.
No, I didn't.
Go everywhere.
That would be nice, but no, I didn't. Why does everyone think that I go places?
Because I should say, your post that you show, it seems like you're not in America. It always seems like you're like Italy or France.
Yeah. Botswana.
Yeah. Places I can't pronounce. Yeah.
Me neither.
So where did you go? Where were you at?
I went to I went to see Joe, Music Soul Child, and Eric Benet. They were
wow.
in Cedar Park, Texas, which is right outside of Austin, same as Austin, suburb. But yeah, it was great. It was fun. It was like, grown people understanding the words, grown people singing the words. It was just like the ambiance was great. No pants hanging off the butt. Not too much hanging. It was just, it was great. It was great. So I had a good time. My best friend came down from Dallas, her and her other best friend, and I went with a good friend of mine, and so we had a good time. So it was good. Yeah.
Good.
So
Great.
yeah. So I advise all of y'all, please, when artists are performing, go out and support them, because it's their love, but it's their job also, and we give them the fuel to keep doing what they do, because when music is timeless, it's necessary. I'm sure when Mark is performing, when Michael is performing, go out and support. It is we need that. Yeah, keeps you young too.
Yes, it does.
Keeps you from sitting on the couch watching Netflix and basketball. I don't know. You're like me. So all is good. So today, y'all, we have a lady by the name of Tracy Hamlin. And get ready, because she's very poised. I told her, I said, girl, you sound like you was a teacher. And she says, I did it for 10 years.
Oh.
And I told her she sounded like she was a teacher, because when she was talking, she was like, and I said, just like a teacher. When they threaten you, they'd be like, if you do that one more time, I'm gonna tell your mom and your brother. They always coming toward you. They're like, I'm gonna tell you. They don't stand back and talk, they go forward. So yeah,
Right.
So we're excited to have Tracy with us. So let me bring Tracy in. Let me go over here, because I'll be doing the most. I'll be like, okay. Tracy. Hey, Tracy.
Tracy.
Hi,
Tracy.
how you doing? Welcome.
First of all, let me just say thank you guys for seeing me and inviting me to be a guest on your show. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome. I'm loving that background. I feel like I want to say, where are you at? In Cancun somewhere?
I'm in desperate need of a vacation. No, I am not in Cancun.
Like, no, I am not. Well, we welcome you today on Four Corners, and that you took out the time, because you are a busy woman. Busy.
I am, but I have to make time for situations like this, because, you guys help to spread the word about my brand and everything that I'm doing. So I'm truly honored to be a guest on your show. So thank you guys for inviting me.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Well, Tracy, I started off. I'm going to ask you two simple questions. The first question, you can answer any way you want to. There's no wrong way of saying it. But tell us about your humble beginnings, how you became that incredible singer, songwriter. Let's start with the singer and songwriter, but your beginnings, though. How did you get into music, and what was your passion? You can start anywhere you want to.
So I come from a musical family, and we always had company. And I have three brothers that used to imitate the Temptations, the Jackson 5. And so whenever one of the three was missing, I would fill in. And so I got a little taste of music and performing. And so after a while, it got to the point when all three of them were there, and I still wanted to sing. So at 5 years old, I decided to go solo, and I informed them that I would no longer be their boom, boom background chick. So at 5 years old, I said, I want to be a teacher. I want to be a singer. Fast forward to 11 years old, I auditioned for a local band, and I showed up. They thought it was a joke, but I heard them say, she's here, let her sing. But they weren't planning on hiring me. But after they heard me sing, they said, oh my goodness, we want to hire you. And that was on a Monday. And I did my first gig with them that Saturday. And then from there on, I just, joined different bands. I went to the Baltimore School for the Arts and became classically trained, singing songs in many different languages. And fast forward to 2004, when I was unable to get a record deal because, I sang songs in all genres. And as you all know, record labels, they kind of want to pigeonhole you. And so when I couldn't get a record deal, I started my own label, DMH Records, named, it's my late mother's initials. And I'm about to start on my 7th project. I do jazz, R&B, and soulful house music. And so, and then from there, I've toured with different folks. I've toured as a solo artist. I've performed in over 58 countries, and I absolutely love what I do. And when I didn't get booked to do jazz festivals, I started my own Tracy Hamlin Sweet Jazz Festival, which is going to be not this weekend, but next weekend. It's a 2-day jazz festival in Loudoun County. And we use music as a catalyst to give back to the community. So with my events, I give 4 music scholarships as well for private music instruction, as well as donations to 2 local nonprofits, while you're getting, a performance from national and international artists.
Wow. Wow.
That was a lot. That was a lot. Now, I've always enjoyed working with you. You are top notch in everything you do.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the festival.
Mhm.
What is, you don't wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm gonna start my own festival. If you know what I mean? That's you know what I mean? And then being, female. And you can talk about it. You could talk about it. I mean, we don't bash anybody, but we don't want to hear the truth on how you overcome things, and there, in case there's someone else listening that may want to do the same thing, following your footsteps, you can give them maybe a little insight. But how did you go about and getting this festival thing started? Because you've had success with this thing. This isn't a mom and pop background barbecue pit wooden stage thing. I mean, you are legit, because I was there at one of your festivals. You know that I was there.
Yes, I remember.
And remember we talked about that. Remember we talked about? I was like,
can I just tell you guys about Abe Walker? He just gave me so much encouragement that, because I just felt like it was a heavy lift, and I felt like a lot of people were just looking at me kind of like, she doesn't know what she's doing. And Mark just gave me a much needed pep talk. Like, I didn't even know that I needed. And the encouragement, it just made me cry, because I felt seen, and I felt that he really recognized and understood and appreciated the hustle. But the festival all started, I used to organize a private event on the beautiful island of St. Lucia. And it's interesting, because I'm somebody that always gets the opportunity before I get the experience. And so I had performed at this event in 2004. And then the next year, they had paid several legendary artists up front. They shall remain nameless, but you know who they are. They kind of disappeared. So the folks from St. Lucia called to see if I could locate them, and I couldn't. And they said, well, can you get us some artists? So that year I booked Kirk Whalum, Wayman Tisdale, Jeff Golub, and Marcus Miller. I had never done anything like that before. And I guess I'm that girl that I don't turn down anything but my shirt collar, within reason, of course. And so after year 1, the guest of honor, he just said, hey, can you just do this party for me? And then next thing I know, everybody on the island was, calling me, hey, Tracy, we're talking about the party. Can you come down here tomorrow? And at the time I was living in Baltimore, and I thought, you don't live around the corner, but I saw incredible opportunities. So it was easy for me to call their travel agent, book a flight, first class ticket. It's amazing. And that was the beginning of 9 years of doing this event. And the last 3 years that I did it, Sheila E. was my headliner, and we brought in Esperanza Spalding, Layla Hathaway. So that's how I got my first taste of doing it. And so when I moved to Loudoun County, Virginia, which is DC's wine country, I thought, all of these amazing vineyards, wine pairs amazingly well with jazz. I need to do something. So that was where it all came from. And then with me pursuing a career as a singer, it allowed me to follow my passion, but more importantly, it allowed me to find my purpose, which is service and giving back. So everything that I do, I make sure that I'm doing something in particular to help and coming artists, because I tell people all the time, music saved my life, music changed my life. And if I can use my platform to help one person, I've done a mighty thing. And to date, we've given, I think, almost 23 scholarships and donations to 7 nonprofits.
Wow, that's a lot. That's great. You've been a blessing. This isn't just about making money and
No,
paying
because I'm
people.
not.
You're giving back to the community. I mean, people need to hear this because this isn't the norm. Because
Right.
we've all, Pepper and Mike, we've been a part of these jazz festivals, and that's not really something you hear a lot. And so, no, we thank you for that.
It's my pleasure, it's my duty.
I think I'm exhausted. I think I'm tired. Like, you busier than me. I'm like going, whoo. Now I know how people act when you say, hey, what do you do? Well, and they go, wait, you lost me on number 2. Like, now you're on number 5. You're like, yeah, I know, but you asked me, what did I do? So I was curious about the languages, and I'm curious to know, how many languages do you actually speak? And is speaking different than singing? Because sometimes people can sing the language but not know the language, or?
So that would be me. I sing the language. And, it's interesting because in traveling the world, no matter where I was, I would always try to pick up a few phrases, but I was never there long enough for it to stick. So I don't speak any languages fluently. I know a couple of phrases here and there, but in my training, I had 5 years of classical training. I sang songs in French, Italian, and German. Those were the main languages.
Wow. Okay, I want to play a song. I'm going to take you back in time.
Uh-oh.
And I think this song is so appropriate because when we come back, I want you to answer this question.
Okay.
Do you feel that you got the artist to perform for you by the person that you are? Is it the relationship that you have, or they just did it because they knew someone else and didn't know you? I'm curious. Like, how do you get these big name people to come and perform and your first time doing it? So curious about that. But let's play this song by you. I want everyone to hear. This is entitled Better Days by Tracy Hamlin, right here on Four Corners.
Well, while we're waiting to hear the music, before you put it on, I can ask you a quick question, Tracy. Okay. Now, you mentioned all the things that you're doing. So now, have you managed to, with the different roles of being a singer, songwriter, producer, and I guess it's fair to call you an entrepreneur as well. And that
Absolutely.
you find it challenging, between all these different identities that you have?
It's very challenging. I've had many people say that I make hard look easy. It is not easy at all. But I love it. And when I do a lot of networking events, I tell people my middle name is Hustle Woman because, I'm always out there looking for the next opportunity, and I'm trying to push ticket sales, and I'm trying to get sponsors. So, I just kind of stay in the hustle, and moving forward, I'm trying to get to a point where I take more time to smell the roses, because I work, and I need to just really come up and smell the roses, and even just acknowledge some of the accomplishments that I've had, because I just stay in the grind, and then I'm, like the festival is in a week and a half, and then I'll be on to the next thing, because I have an album to finish by the end of May, because I have a European tour coming up in October. So
okay.
That just sounds crazy as I'm saying all this stuff, but I don't think about it. I just move and I stay in the hustle.
Do you think you're treated differently? You know, well, we all know the thing with the men and the women and how women are treated differently in the industry. Do you find it challenging when you're putting these things together? Any pullback or?
Yes, it's very challenging as a woman because folks don't take me seriously. It is very challenging as a Black woman, and I just have to work 10 times harder. But I mean, I'm used to challenges and obstacles, and you know, I just focus on the positive and try to just shake the negative, and I just keep moving and keep my eyes on the prize, and which is service and giving back and helping people. And you know, I just recently got a group of videos from different scholarship recipients, and when I tell you, it was just a great reminder of why I deal with the stress that comes along with being a festival owner. And there was a young woman, she was autistic, that we gave a scholarship to last year. And in the thank you video to Sweet Jazz Festival, her mother said when they found out she received the scholarship, she had just gotten off the phone with her daughter's psychologist, and the psychologist had given them a list of things that this student had to address to overcome fear. And her performing at the festival and receiving the scholarship, her mother said it checked every box. And it was life-changing for her because she needed to be in crowds. She needed to be around noise and things, simple things like that, that we take for granted was a huge challenge for her. And she was able to address and overcome those challenges because of the scholarship that she received. So, you know, it's stories like that that just give me what I need to keep moving forward in the struggle, because I mean, it's always obstacles. It's always something, you know, that's going to happen, especially with people just underestimating me and who I am. And I saw a t-shirt the other day that I need to get. It says, underestimate me, that'll be fun. So, and that t-shirt.
Like that.
So those of you who are listening, just understand there will always be obstacles. And we have obstacles that happen here on the show, technical difficulties, different things, but we keep it moving. So we'll give it back to Pepper.
Better days are coming your way. You got to have hope, have faith, believe it. They're coming your way. You gotta believe it. Better days are coming your way. You got to have hope, have faith, believe it. They're coming your way. Sometimes it seems like the world is heavy on your shoulders. Things are never as bad as they may seem. You must find the positive, there's one in every story. No matter what, just keep your head to the sky. Stay true to yourself. Ooh. Be true to yourself. You've got to love that reflection in the mirror. Always know that everything happens for a reason. Receive the lessons, just embrace them. Better days are coming your way. Ooh, yeah. Got to have hope, have faith, believe it. They're coming your way. Got to have hope, have faith, believe it. Sometimes the detours of your journey will make you stumble. Bow your head, join your hands, and remain humble. You've got to keep your focus, don't let those troubles change you. No matter what, just keep your head to the sky. Believe in yourself. Be real with yourself. Relax and just take one day at a time. Always know that what's for you is only for you. Embrace the power and go to your destiny. You've got to have hope, have faith, believe. Better days are coming your way. Yeah, yeah. Oh, babe, believe it. If you are ready for a different journey, change your thoughts and thinking. Are you ready? Are you ready? The time is now. Journey. Open up your heart. Open up your heart. Open up your mind. Yeah. Open up your heart and mind. Better days you will find. Journey. Open up your heart and mind. Better days are coming your way. Open up your heart and mind. Better days you will Better days. You know, I don't listen to my stuff unless I'm working on the show. I'm like, hey, I like that song.
Yeah, it's an incredible song. What motivated you to write that song? What was in your
PJ Spraggins sent me this track and said, hey, can you write something to this track? And it was actually the first song that I wrote on my second album. So, and it was produced by Phil Davis, by the way.
Oh, wow.
And I was on a beach in Destin, and it's just one of those songs. So I actually came up with the chorus before I got to Destin, and I sat on the beach because I love watching the water meet the sky. And it's one of those songs that it just kind of wrote itself, because I love inspirational songs. And I decided, you know what? I want to write my own inspirational song. I want to write a go-to song for me when I'm in the Valley. And that became my go-to song when I was in the Valley. And I'm like, and writing that song at the when it was over, because for that particular project, I think I wrote maybe 5 or 6 songs. And you know, you just don't know your own talent, you don't know your own strength. And that was a song I sat back and I was like, I can't believe I did that. Oh my gosh, I really love this song. So yeah, but it was all about me writing an inspirational song that could be my go-to.
Hmm.
Now,
Nice.
being independent, can I ask you this? And I'm gonna give it back to Pepper. And being independent, when you're writing songs now, do you feel that you're having more fun now versus trying to get a record deal and follow rules of somebody else? Do you feel like in your career that, you know, a lot of times people look at the money side of things, but music, if you're not having fun, if you're not enjoying it, to me, if you're not enjoying it, then really it becomes a job. Do you feel that this was the path you're supposed to take? Do you feel a letdown because things didn't happen a certain way because of the record deal? Or do you feel this is the where you should be?
No,
Are you really happy? You know what I mean? The happiness, because
um,
everybody's not really, you know, overly joyed right now in their career. They enjoy it, but what are
mhm.
your feelings right now? Being independent and writing your own songs.
Well, being independent, not having that cash machine has been no joke. But I just believe everything happens for a reason. And I am in this space for a particular reason. And,
Mhm.
you know, it becomes very spiritual for me. You know, you can always sit and say, I would like to have more. I would like to be on more festivals and have my record played on more radio stations, but I am where I'm supposed to be. And I just have to I have to count my blessings and just be thankful for what I have been able to do, because without that cash machine, I have probably traveled more than a lot of people that have a lot more success than I have. Like I said, I performed in 58 countries, and I don't know a lot of artists that have done that. And so I just have to just be thankful with where I am. Joel Osteen says, bloom where you are planted. And that is what I do. So for me, it's been very much about just creating my own destiny, because the music industry drastically changes all the time. And now I don't know what it's going to become. And when I am mentoring and I'm on panels, I tell folks, you can't just wear one hat in this industry. You have to be willing to spread your wings and try multiple things. And so that's what I do. But it's really made a difference for me financially to have started my own label, because when you look at performing rights organizations like Sound Exchange, I'm not only paid as a performing artist, but I'm also paid because I own the masters to the majority of the music that is being played on satellite radio.
Wow.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Answer to the question that I asked about how do you think you got it? Is it the relationships of not burning bridges? Is it how do you think you got it?
So for the St. Lucia situation, I was planning that party kind of with an unlimited budget, and I know how to spend other people's money very well. And so because this party was all about giving back to the St. Lucian economy, I had a budget that could afford the Sheila E's and the Layla Hathaway. And I literally just would call these agents, and they just thought, who is this little girl? This is so cute. She wants to book my artist. But then when they sent the proposal, and I didn't flinch at the cost, and I negotiated when I needed to. After that, the agents from Beverly Hills, LA, New York, they started reaching out to me and allowed me to put together my own packages. So, they might offer me a package with Rick Braun, Gerald Albright, Jonathan Butler. And I'm like, no, let's switch that one out because I want this one. And I couldn't even believe that. And this was probably by year number 3. They were reaching out to me, hey, these are the artists that we have. And so when it came time to do my festival, I started building great relationships with people. And there are people like JJ Sanseverino, who did my festival last year. And when I called him, I have goosebumps about to tell this story. He just said, I watch you. I love what you're doing. I support you. Whatever you need, I'm here. And the price that he gave me, because he believed in me, it just made me cry. And, in the end, I made more money than I anticipated. So I gave him more money. But it was, relationships like that it just meant the world to me that he understood my vision. Because when I first started doing this festival in Loudoun County, everybody didn't get it. And people were saying, you should put those tickets on Groupon for $15. And I was like, excuse me, ma'am. Gerald Albright is the headliner. It cost $75 just for him. You're getting 8 hours, because the first 2 years of my festival, it was at a winery. It was outdoors for 8 hours. And so, it's just been a challenge, just connecting with people and helping them to really understand the vision that we're using my platform to make a difference in the lives of people that can use assistance.
Right. And everyone doesn't understand your vision because it's not their vision. It's your vision. Your vision. And I like what you said. It's almost like when you say fake it before you make it. When you said, I get the opportunity before the experience. So you go in, they're thinking that you know something. You're like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And then you're going, let me do some research. Let me do some, let me call around and ask some folks some things, and let me figure it out. And that's what we do as women. We get in there and be like, how am I going to make this work? When people think that I'm not going to make it work, how can I do this?
Right. And I mean, I've realized that as I talk to successful business owners and people that look like they have it all together, they're flying by the seat of their pants and they don't have a problem telling you. And that's why I tell everybody, just jump. You have to step out on faith, and you have to you have to be willing to create your own destiny and put in the work, because you just never know what could come of it.
Exactly. I want to read some comments, and then after the second comment, I want to play the song that I was going to play, but I was already going to play it. And then here's a comment. So the first comment is Portia says, "Beautiful. This is an on-time message and encouragement." Thank you, Portia. She is here in Texas. And then Just Rick says, "Hi, Tracy Hamlin. Welcome to the platform. Rick here from Philly. How was it collaborating with DJ Spin and Tommy Afro on the iconic Luther hit Never Too Much? I love the new club spin y'all put on it. Absolute fire."
Wow, thank you. Can I just tell a quick story about that song?
Yes, because I'm going to play Never Too Much after. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Never Too Much. I love Luther, and I started doing that song opening my show. So I just decided I want people to be able to purchase whatever they hear me singing. So I recorded it. Phil Davis again produced it, and I had done the song on an R&B album. And then the house folks from Baltimore, DJ Spin and Tommy Davis, they said, "We want to do an album on you," because, I told them I was doing an album. I actually did my third album in 2 months because I'm just crazy like that. And they didn't believe me when I told them I'm going to do this album in 8 weeks. And so I did Never Too Much. They loved it. And, then it became a house song, but it was originally done in Atlanta with, Phil Davis producing, Shawn Michael Ray on bass, PJ Spraggins on the drums, and they housed it up. And so now it's a newer version where it's just my background vocals and my ad libs that just came out on Quantize for, I think it's called their Miami sampler or something. So that's what he's talking about. But I love singing Never Too Much, and I love Luther Vandross.
Yes. So what I'm going to do, I was going to play the house, but then I was like, I like the original version also. So since I want to hear more of the words on Never Too Much and not just your background vocals, I think I'm going to play the Never Too Much, the original version. So everyone, this is Tracy Hamlin with Never Too Much right here on Four Corners.
Too much. I can't fool myself. I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love fantasy. There's not a minute, hour, day, or night that I don't love you. You're at the top of my list, 'cause I'm always thinking of you. I still remember in the days when I was scared to touch you, how I spent my day dreaming, planning how to say I love you. You must have known that I had feelings deep enough to swim in. That's when you opened up your heart and you told me to come and my love, yeah. 1,000 kisses from you is never too much. And I just don't want to stop. Oh, my love. A million days in your arms is never too much. And I just don't want to stop. Never too much, never too much, never too much. Ooh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, my baby, never too much. I woke up today, looked at your picture just to get me started. I called called you up, but you weren't there, and I was broken hearted. Hung up the phone, can't be too late. The boss is so demanding. Opened the door up, and to my surprise, there you were standing. Who needs to go to work to hustle for another dollar? I'd rather be with you, 'cause you make my heart scream and holler. Love is a gamble, and I'm so glad that I am winning. We've come a long way, and yet this is only the beginning. Oh, my love, 1,000 kisses from you is never too much. And I just don't wanna stop. Oh, my love, a million days in your arms is never too much. Yeah. And I just don't wanna stop. Too much, never too much, never too much, never too much. Yeah. Kisses from you is never too much. And I just don't wanna stop. Oh, my love, oh, a million days in your arms. Never, 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 never. And I just don't wanna stop. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Nice, Tracy.
Love it. Love that. That's a great version. Yes.
So, Tracy, why did you choose not to have Never Too Much like it is in this original? You know, you don't have it
Well-
everywhere. You just have it in some places. So why that choice?
You mean as far as the arrangement of the song?
The arrangement, yes. The background vocals arrangements, because you're not saying never too much, never too much, never too much, never too much, you know, behind the vocals,
So-
the lead.
I love doing my own background vocals. I love arranging background vocals. So both of the songs you played, I did all the background parts. And when I get with the magic of Phil Davis, I just vibe off of his chord choices and his vibe. You know, I listen to what he's doing and I just kind of go with the flow. And that's the beauty of being an executive producer, because I can kind of go in and do what I want. And it makes a difference when I'm surrounded by greatness. And I failed to mention that the guitarist, his name is Rod Harris. And those guys, just when I heard that, you know, the live version, I just thought, this is what I had envisioned. And, you know, it's just a blessing on so many levels that you go in the studio, because, you know, you record these songs, you have no idea how they're going to turn out. You have no idea how they're going to be received. And this song really is what allowed me to start performing in Europe, because it was very successful. And the guy that promoted it for me, in especially in the UK, also promoted Luther's version for Sony Records.
Wow.
So that situation was interesting, because he told me, he said, when I opened it, you know, and saw the title, he said, why on earth would somebody try to redo this song? And he emailed me, he said, I literally fell on the floor because I could not believe how good it was. And he is a harsh critic. So to hear that from him, you know, it made me feel really proud and pleased, you know, with the work that was done.
So did you see the movie? Did you check out the movie, Luther Vandross movie?
Yes. So the woman who produced it, I'm actually friends with her sister. And Luther, you know, was just a force to be reckoned with. What a talent, what a, you know, incredible songwriter. His background vocals, just amazing. And another thing that I really loved about him was the love appreciation and respect he had for his background singers. He understands that there is no I in team. And
Mhm.
I just love what he did to spotlight his background singers who were absolutely phenomenal. But yeah,
Mhm.
he deserved to be in that class by himself. He's absolutely amazing.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Thank you.
But the arrangement of that song, it sounds so fresh and new. I'm telling you, I love it. I love it.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
that version came out in 2013. So
What?
it's not new
Mhm.
at all. That was on my album that was released in 2013.
It sounds so much today, though.
And I
Some songs
love
we
that
recorded. Yeah,
because
it sounds really fresh. Yeah. So do you perform it a lot, Al, or is that one of your songs
I
on
go
your?
through I go through phases. Like last year at my festival, I opened with it. Like for this European tour that I have coming up, it's a must because it was a big record for me. In Germany, Spain,
Mhm.
Croatia, UK. So it's a must when I go there.
Okay. I have a couple questions for you. One
Mhm.
is, how have you seen the music industry evolve, especially for women, since you started your career?
So it is evolving in a way that I just think that it's great that um, I have the option of just doing things my way.
Mhm.
And because, I'm not a big fan of a lot of the newer things that I see and hear, doesn't mean it's not good. It's just not my personal preference. And
Mhm.
so I just love that I'm able to, with having my own label and executive producing my projects, I am able to do the music that I believe is pleasing. And, I just hope and pray that people will receive it in the manner that it's presented. But, no judge or any shade to folks doing other things. I just feel like the music industry has evolved to a point where you don't have to have any skills. You don't have to have any musical knowledge. If you are well trained in computers, you can do a
Mhm.
project. It's
Mhm.
not about talent anymore. And again, to each his own, different strokes for different folks. But I mean, it also just creates that space for everybody to just do their thing. And it's, you can't really today say that this person can't sing or this person can't play, because it really is all about personal preference and finding your niche. Because when you look at artists like a Macy Gray or a Sade, if they were in a
Mhm.
talent show, Simon Cowell would say, "Oh my God, you should stop singing." But they understand their lane, they found their niche,
Mhm.
and it's all
Right.
about personal preference. And they both had extremely successful careers. So I don't like when people say, "Oh, can you listen to my stuff? I want to know what you think." It doesn't matter what I think. Do you find your niche and go do your thing?
I like that.
Now, do you feel like in the industry, do you feel that the female artists and producers are adequately represented today? And if not, what changes would you like to see made in this industry as far as female artists and producers?
So I there's nothing that I would change, because I just feel that it is important for people to walk their walk, live in their
Mm.
truth. Do I agree with everything I see in here? Absolutely not. But it definitely doesn't make a difference. I mean, one of the things that I tell mentees and up and coming artists is, if you have talent, you don't have to take your clothes off.
Right.
I just like to
Right.
encourage people to make it about the talent and about the music. It doesn't
Mhm.
Mm.
have to be, that you're half dressed, because I feel like, and not everybody, but you don't have to resort to that to be seen and heard.
Mhm.
There again, you got to find your niche and find those people that want to hear live entertainment. And I think
Mhm.
one of the things that allows me to still work and record is because I'm not auto-tuned. what you hear on my records, I can do live. And I think that there's become a whole new appreciation for that, because so many people are, they're being auto-tuned and they're not really singing. And some of the songs that you hear, the singer that is on the cover is not the person that's really singing the song.
Right.
But I just think integrity is a huge piece of it. And at the end of the day, when I look at myself in the mirror, I want to be comfortable with what I presented and how I presented it. And, everybody doesn't feel that way, and that's okay. I just need to stay true to myself and just make sure that I am doing things in a manner that I can be proud of, and I'm happy to share with my older aunts and with my young nieces and nephews.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Is it safe to assume that I see a ring on your finger? So you married?
Yes, I am married, and we will be celebrating 19 years in May. So we actually, when he heard me on the radio 19 years ago, he literally heard me on the Frank Ski Show in Atlanta promoting my first album. I was promoting it for St. Lucia, for the St. Lucia Jazz Festival. And he heard me on the radio, and long story short, he loved the music. He's from New Orleans. He got the song that he heard, because I did a cover of Yolanda Adams' Still I Rise. And he heard that song and got it on 2 major stations in New Orleans. And so from there, I had to call him to say thank you. And then the conversations became more personal, less business. The next thing you know, I was on a plane going to Atlanta to see him. And the next thing you know,
I was married.
Yes, we're coming up to 19 years in May.
So basically, he said, "Let's order a steak, and do you want to get married?"
Basically, it's like, we'll travel for love, because I was living in Baltimore, he was in Atlanta, so we'll travel for love.
And he's a great guy. I met him. He's a great guy.
Yes, he really, and he's been my rock. Last year, I had one of the greatest challenges of my life. I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I'm doing very, very well. I was deemed cancer-free in July. And in the midst of all that, I still did my festival because I'm crazy. But, yeah, I mean, I'm doing really well, cancer-free, and he was my rock through it all. Every weekend chemo, he was right there by my side. So.
Let's give him a hand clap right quick, because he deserves a hand clap.
Yes.
And then you deserve a horn. You deserve a horn.
I love it. Thank you.
And one quick question, because you mentioned cancer. My daughter, she has an organization, and right before the pandemic, she had found out she had cancer, and that was a really rough period, and I was there, as she was going through her chemo and everything. But do you do any kind of benefits, or do you do shows with other organizations?
Yes, I actually connected with Aetna. A quick story. They reached out to me. They were doing a wellness event in Baltimore, and they were looking at me for entertainment. And it was right around the time I had just finished my treatment. And so the person who was looking at hiring me to do this event called them and said, "We want to book her for entertainment, but we heard she just came through cancer, and Aetna is her medical provider, and she's from Baltimore." So they said, sign her up. And they have actually become sponsors of the festival. And then somebody from the FDA heard about my story, and they wanted me to help them with Black Family Cancer Awareness, an event that was coming up in June. But with all of the changes with the administration, that program has been nixed. But yeah, I mean, I'm all about giving back. So next year, because for October, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I rang the bell October 4th. But next year for October, I definitely plan to, be more involved. But this year, because I rang the bell, I was just basking in that moment of being cancer free.
Amen. Nice. I'll have to connect you with my daughter.
Yes, I would love that. I would love that.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Tracy, for sharing your journey And I'm sure that other people, men and women, will see this, and you will inspire them to hang in there, because
Yeah.
I feel that you got on stage, even though you said you were crazy. There are things that
Right.
we do that motivate us, that give us the juice to do it. You know, we're like, I can do it. It'll make you feel better. You know,
Yeah, it's
as
all
opposed
about
to
mindset.
mindset. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
about mindset.
So I
So,
have
yeah.
another song that I want to play. Since we go get into the house.
Uh-oh.
What is it about house music to you?
You know, and everybody says this, and it sounds so cliche, but it is about the feeling. It really is about the feeling and how the music makes you feel. You know, the bass line, the forward to the floor, all of that is absolutely an important part of it as well. But it is a feeling, and being in the house music community is so much love in the room. So it is just feel good music for me.
Okay. Well, this is You Bring Me Joy by yeah. Wait, let me see your face, because I'm over here looking at another screen. What you do? You
So
said
that song, well, you know, I'm singing that version at my festival this year, as a matter of fact. But I did this song with
oh,
an Italian producer hit me up, and it was released on an Italian label, and it went to #1 in house music world, and it did really, really well for me. It's my most streamed song on Spotify.
nice. Well, you guys,
Mm.
here it is. Your chance to hear it. This is You Bring Me Joy by Tracy Hamlin, right here on Four Corners.
You bring me joy when I'm down. Oh, so much joy. When I lose my way, your love comes smiling on me. I saw your face, and then I knew we would be friends. I was so afraid when your arms, they'd say, come to me. So I say to you, can we talk for a while? You say it's alright when you love me. I smile, I feel your hands, and you feel mine. You bring me joy. You bring me joy. Don't go too far away. If I can't see your face, I will remember your smile. Ooh, yeah. But can this be right? Oh, and should we be friends? I get lonely sometimes, and I am mixed up again. 'Cause you're the finest thing I've seen in all my life. You bring me joy. My joy. I believe this is gonna be what you want it to be. I just love you. I love you. Can't you see that you're the finest thing I've seen in all my life? You bring me joy. My joy. You're my joy. You know my joy. You bring me joy. You bring me joy. My joy. My joy. My joy. My joy. My joy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I
can
like
I
it.
just
Great,
tell you?
great.
Yes.
Thank you. That song, I produced those vocals and I recorded those vocals.
Okay.
Because after COVID, I was like, okay, I need to figure this out because I need to keep recording. So
Mhm.
I get in a room and the background vocals, and it's my sweet space. I just love
Nice.
it.
So do
Thank
you
you for
know if
playing.
Anita Baker has had a chance to listen to that? Do you know?
I have no idea. Um,
Hmm.
no, I mean, I'm just assuming no, but I don't know.
You know, I gotta- So what is your regimen for taking care of your voice?
Who cardio? Um, because cardio builds stamina and endurance. I'm very disciplined because I'm a former vocal coach. So I
Mm.
watch what I eat before I sing. So I'm a foodie. So I look at the calendar like, okay, I got a show in 2 weeks.
So what
so
should I not eat? Yeah, what can I eat
so now
now? And
exactly. So lots of water, but water, cardio, warming up, and just making sure, like my classical, the technique that I gained from being classically trained has really served me well because I'm a singer with asthma, I have allergies, and they rarely cause me any issues because of the discipline. So
okay.
I definitely, when I have big things coming up, it's like, okay, get on the treadmill and sing, walk fast, and every 3 or 4 songs I'll run and sing. I'll be out of breath, but it helps to build stamina and endurance.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
So
that cardio piece is
are you in the gym singing and running, or are you outside singing
yeah.
and running, or what you doing?
I have a treadmill at home. And so
People don't get a concert, they be like, y'all, Tracy at the gym again. Tracy getting ready to sing, y'all. We ready. Tracy, come on in.
no, I have a treadmill at home. Thank the Lord. And so I can, 5 o'clock in the morning, whenever I can just go in there, put my playlist on and, walk fast and then run. And it makes a huge difference, but warming up, I mean, just, steaming my vocal cords. I mean, you have to do all that stuff. And especially as you get older, if you
Yeah.
don't, you're gonna have issues.
Problems. Okay.
Mm.
Well, I thank you for joining us today. This was a great interview, great information. I guess we all
Thank
need to get
you.
we need to
Yes.
get on a treadmill and sing
I
and
need to get
walk.
on. But thank you all so much for having me. This
Thank
was
you.
so much fun. It went by so fast. Oh my
It
I
gosh.
did.
know.
But that flies when you're having fun. But you all were absolutely wonderful and fabulous.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. This was a fun interview.
You're
Pepper, can I ask one more question?
You
You
sure
sure?
can.
Because
Yeah.
Pepper will mute me if I go get out of hand.
Oh
She has the
Lord.
mute button. No,
Okay.
but because Tracy's always ahead of the game. I'm finding out, weeks later. Because I see her, we work together. Can I ask you this question, Tracy? Honestly.
Yes.
Are you
Mhm.
writing a book? Because you'd be so far ahead of everybody. If you got TV shows and all that, I'll be finding out till weeks and months later. Are you starting to write a
So
book yet? Are you? Can
so
we be the first to know that?
I am definitely writing a book about my cancer journey. So
Mm.
yes, I will make sure that you guys know all about it when it's done. But yes, I have already started, and I mean I documented everything. I told my husband, I was like, "Don't cry, take a video. we need to capture all." He was like, he calls me Lucy, like Ricky and Lucy. He's like, "Lucy."
That's funny.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
wow. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I
It's
wouldn't
gonna
trade
be
anything for the world. That whole cancer diagnosis, I just felt like I was chosen. And I never felt like woe is me, why? And I'm using, I'm sharing with other folks going through just
mhm.
little things that I did and the mindset, it made all the difference in the world. So yeah, I'm just continuing to count my blessings and just thankful
Mhm.
for this journey. And thankful for you all for inviting me to be on your show.
You're welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
You're welcome.
And
So
I
give
and
them oh, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
Go on, go on, go on.
No, and I did have one quick question. What
Mhm.
advice could you give any young woman or young girl out there right now? Someone is watching the show, advice if they want to get into the music business as a producer,
Mhm.
singer, whatever, as an entrepreneur, what kind of advice would you give them?
Well, the first thing is that they need to understand that the music business is a business. You can't just be in this for money and fame. It's something that you have to love for you to be able to endure the challenges. And I always tell folks that in life, period, but especially in the music industry, you're going to have constant peaks and valleys, and you have to have your go-to when you're in the valley, whether it's praying, meditation, working out, shopping, whatever it is. You just need to prepare, and that the fruits of your labor is the labor. That's where you grow, and that's where you build your strength from. But, it's just important for them to understand it's a business. It's not just fun and games. You got to, put on your thick skin and be ready.
Right. Okay. We thank you for that. Well, I guess we're getting ready to announce our next guest. We have some great guests coming up soon. And on April 29th. You all like those songs like Shining Star and There's No Me Without You and Let's Just Kiss and Say Goodbye. You're right. That's Mr. Gerald Austin and the Manhattans will be here on April 29th. So looking forward to having him. And then on May 6th, our guest will be a radio talk show host out of Philadelphia. His name is Daryl MC. He's a pastor. And he interviews CeCe Winans, BB Winans, Jonathan Butler. So many people he's interviewed, and he's very interesting. So, and I know he's gonna bring some word with him when he comes, but he's a very funny guy. Everybody loves him. So we're looking forward to that. And that's May April 29th with Gerald Austin and the Manhattans, and May 6th with Pastor Daryl MC of the Praise Hallelujah radio show. So we're looking forward to both of those guys coming in.
Nice. Thank you, Michael, for that information. I wanted to read this message from Just Rick. Hearing that definitely brought me joy. Thank you for taking the time out to share your journey and your music. Keep hitting those angelic notes. Thank you, Just Rick.
Yeah.
Wow.
And awesome. I don't know if it's Deborah or Deborah Colley. She says, hello, Tracy. Really enjoyed watching your show today. See you in 2 weeks.
Yes, she'll be at the Sweet Jazz Festival. And can I just tell people to go to sweetjazzfestival.com. We have an amazing lineup of Kim Scott, Eric Essex, Karen Briggs, Ali Silk, Ilya Sarov, the Eric Bird Trio, lots of incredible artists. So if you're not doing anything April 11th and 12th, you can get your tickets at sweetjazzfestival.com. We hope to see you there.
Okay, so I just put it. Is this it right here, Tracy? Is that it? Sweetjazzfestival.com. April the 11th through the 12th. Go to their website and get those tickets. And also, here's Tracy's website. If you need more information on her product and what she's doing, just go to her website and check that out. So, all minds clear.
All minds.
I'm sorry. Can I just quickly say my European tour will be in London, Birmingham, Manchester, Croatia, Mallorca, Spain, and Amsterdam. So it'll be up on my website in like another week. So if you're in the Europe area, come on out. It's going to be a fun time.
Yeah.
We'll have to connect you with some friends that Mark and I have over there that will actually see about them getting an interview. You doing an interview?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But you got to promise that you're coming back with that book too.
Definitely. Definitely. Finish the album and finish the book.
The album too. Anything you got, please let us know. You come back. Okay.
Well, thank you, Tracy. Any holla at you? Any shout outs you want to do to people? Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, I just want to say, hey, because of you all, that's why I'm here. Thank you for the support. It takes a village, and I appreciate you all being a part of mine.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Everyone, this is Four Corners. Myself, Michael Upshaw, and Mark A. Walker. We will see you April. Okay, I said your name like Mark A. Walker. We will see you guys on the 29th of April, and we thank you for joining us. Don't forget to go to Four Corners on YouTube and subscribe. It is free $99, and we'd love for you to be a part of the show, and ring the bell so you can get the notifications when we go live. So you don't be like, I didn't know it was on there. And then go back and look at the previous interviews. If you go to the YouTube channel, 4 Corners, it's the number 4. Corners is Pepper Thomas. And if you want to see any of the live shows that we do, it will be under the live tab. So just click on the live tab and you'll see all of them in a row of the many great artists that we have had on, and you will enjoy all of them, especially today, because Tracy brought it. Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Yes, she did.
So we love you guys.
You're checking everything out as far as 4 Corners. Don't forget, watch the Hot Pepper Show on Monday nights. Every Monday night from 8 until 10. That's Eastern Standard Time.
I was like 8 o'clock. It's 7.
Eastern.
It's 7 until 9 Central Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
And also get Pepper's new project, The House That Pepper Built. Phenomenal project with some great singers on it. Got to check it out.
Thank y'all.
And Mark Walker has some new music coming out soon. It's a surprise.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
And since we're speaking of surprises, by the end of this year, we will have a song when me and Pepper will be playing on. I asked her nicely. I actually kind of told her. She didn't really have.
Did I respond back?
You didn't respond because I told you were going to do it. That's just how it's going to be. But we're going to do a song together this year, y'all, and hopefully it'll be out by the end of the year and top of the year 26. I'll tell you about that later. Trust me, I will tell you. I won't ask you later. I'll tell you about that later.
I'm glad that you brought it.
Let me know if y'all need some vocals.
Oh yeah, we got Tracy. And Mike Upshaw, because Mike was the deacon of smooth jazz.
Why don't you have Tracy sing?
We will, but you're gonna play because Pepper does play the organ and piano very well, and she's just been shy. But we're gonna put her out there, and I'm putting her out there because no matter what she says, it's gonna happen. Yeah, look out for that this year, 2025. Yeah.
Performing at sweet jazz next year. Come on, performing at sweet jazz next year.
Yeah, there you go. Me, Pepper, and Mike. Yep, we'll be there. I'm speaking on behalf of Pepper because she speaks. She takes her time and procrastinates, and I'm not that procrastinating type guy. So I'm telling her now that she'll be available to do it.
I don't know what my schedule is next
year.
How
long I'll be able to hang around after this, Mark.
Yeah, Mike, we just send a car to pick her up. She's coming.
It's like, I don't know. And Portia says, I can't wait. Girl,
I think it's Portia, right? Is that how you pronounce Portia?
It's Portia.
It is? Okay, I know somebody's named Portia that spells it like that.
Yeah, her name is, I know her personally. Her name is Portia.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got me. Okay, you corrected me, Pepper.
Portia.
Thank you.
Portia.
I'm sorry, Portia.
That would be a great project, Pepper.
Yeah. And Just Rick says, let me tell you what Just Rick says. I love you, Pepper. Salty, but Pepper is hot. So we're going to leave on that note.
I love that.
We're going to leave on that note right there. So everyone, we thank you guys for joining us. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your week and make whatever you do count. Okay. That's the most important thing. Okay, so.
If you want that inspirational, turn your radios. Sit back, relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the 4 Corners Show. You gotta sit back, relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the 4 Corners Show. If you want that grounding inspirational, then turn your radio to the 4 Corners Show. Hot and spicy topics, come enjoy the show. So let's get personal on the 4 Corners Show. Sit back, relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the 4 Corners Show.
You gotta sit back,
relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the 4 Corners Show. If you want that inspirational, turn your radio